Transformdom, this is Ben here in China, and today we're going to take a look at the Unique Toys Palm Collection YM-03 Bluecat and Naughty, which is Unique Toys' legend scale interpretation of Brainstorm and Mindwipe. Taking a look at the box, I really do enjoy this artwork that we see in front here. It looks more like the cartoon with some of the cell shading looking really nice. Here's the look from the top of the box. From one side, the other side, the bottom, and the back. So here are the box comps. You can see that the Unique Toys packaging is taller and longer, but definitely thinner. So here's Mindwipe and Brainstorm out of the packaging. And right from the get-go, the feel of the plastic is a little bit more brittle. Doesn't feel as soft, but the material still feels quite similar to YM-02, and they have the same amount of limited articulation in the upper body. Taking a closer look at my copy of Brainstorm, I think there's a little bit of discoloration here. It looks like it's been weathered. Here it is from the front, from the side, from the rear. I like how his guns fill in the hole at the back, from the other side, from the top and the bottom. Oh, the two heels look different. Taking a closer look at Brainstorm, you can see there's some paint apps over here at the wings and the wings back there. I think these are painted as well. Definitely paint on the face, paint on the shins, and paint on these hips. So how does Brainstorm compare to the cartoon model? The face sculpt is remarkably close to the cartoon. The chest section here should be painted blue. There is no cockpit on him over here. The wings are colored correctly, and the back wings here are colored quite accurately. These hips are painted accurately. The thighs are definitely painted accurately. But the big drawback are these legs here that's not painted cartoon accurate. And I think that's due to the transformation to the alt mode. And the feet are definitely not painted accurate as well. But I think that's the sacrifice they had to make it look good in the alt mode. And here's a closer look at the corner. Brainstorm also has a gimmick. You can lift up the chest piece to reveal the power up option. Now let's look at Mindwipe. Ooh, I love that head sculpt. There's a bit of a grunt and scream at the same time. Finish on the wings. I love this matte. And here's Mindwipe from the front, from the side, from the back with its butt flap, from the other side, from the top and the bottom. Definitely painted here. Some paint apps along the biceps and chest, and paint apps along the shins, and of course I think these are painted as well. From the back you can see a bit of paint there, and there's paint on the toes. How does this Mindwipe toy compares to the cartoon? Well, the wings are definitely sculpted a little bit different, but it definitely has all the shape that's needed. The head sculpt isn't the best, neither is it the worst. There is Mindwipe-y feel to it, if that makes any sense. The chest piece here is done quite nicely. This should have been molded black instead of silver. Arms here has some extra painted details. I like that it's all entirely black over here, which is quite accurate. Extra painted details here doesn't need to be there, but I can see why they added it onto this toy to give it a slightly more premium feel. And then the toes here quite cartoon accurate in terms of the color choice. And I like that Unique Toys tried to give us an accurate elbow sculpt, but this ended up being the biceps. So there you have it. And here's a closer look at Vorath. And here are the 4 Nebulons that I have currently. This really fixes my OCD itch. The Nebulons are quite similar in height. Not exactly the same height, but quite similar. Very well. Here are the 4 headmasters I have currently. And here they are with the head switched up. I love this. It looks so much closer to the cartoon hard head. And here are the cons with the heads switched up. And here's how they go with the official masterpiece figures. Alright, let's go through the articulation for Brainstorm. Alright, let's go through the articulation for Mindwipe. Okay, let's transform Brainstorm from debug mode to the out mode. Okay, let's transform Mindwipe from debug mode to the out mode. So here we have Brainstorm in the out mode, and there's really not much I can say about this toy. It looks really hollow and empty from the bottom, but that's just the nature of how things are done, so that it will have a very thin profile from the top. It also looks a little bit gappy from the top. Not a lot of articulation except for this little vertical stabilizers. I appreciate the fact that there's a landing strip here, here, and here. Brainstorm from the front, from the side, from the back. Looks a little incomplete. The other side, from the bottom, and from the top. And how does Brainstorm out mode compares to the cartoon? This little winglets here is supposed to be on the front, but it's just at the back there. So that's a missed opportunity. They could have just had the holes done right here and then just allow us to peg in the winglets from the front. Windshield color choice is blue instead of orange. Everything here looks reasonably okay. You can't expect much from a legend scale. The back looks kind of incomplete, but that's the nature of the business. And here's Mindwipe. There's no articulation on the wings because of the locking mechanism from the rear. The feet can articulate just a little bit, and the head can nod up and down and can move side to side. There's no jaws on Mindwipe. So how does the Mindwipe toy compare to the cartoon? Well, a very big missed opportunity are these little circles here that's supposed to be in the front section here, but they're not. That's because of the lack of real estate. The claws are colored differently, and the toes on the back section here sticks out. This part here really looks kind of cool and pretty close to the cartoon, except there's a little bit of added details here. The head looks quite different in terms of color choice. It's a much darker looking head in the toon compared to the toy. So that's about it. So here's Mindwipe from the front, from the side, from the back, from the other side, from the bottom, and from the top. So here's Brainstorm and Mindwipe with the other legend scale headmasters. So there you have it, Mindwipe and Brainstorm. So what do I feel about these figures? Let's talk about 3 things that I like about it and 3 things that I think that can be improved. Again, I still like the articulation that they have for these legend scale toys. Second thing is that the face sculpts are much closer to the cartoon. The third thing I like about these toys, they're still pretty fun to play with. If I drop them, if I mishandle them, I'm not worried about it. What about the 3 things that I think that could have been improved? I would have liked that they could give us an ankle tilt instead of the whole front shin guard moving like this on Brainstorm. The second thing I don't like about this toy is I didn't really enjoy how gappy Brainstorm looked at the alt mode, and how these winglets were tabbed in the incorrect place. And the third thing that I think that could have been improved is you can add a little bit more articulation, especially butterfly joints. So would I recommend these guys? Brainstorm here is a little further away from the cartoon source, and you have to deal with the colored legs here. Mindwipe is pretty darn good, and I just wish that it would give us a little bit more cartoon accuracy. But I understand the limitations given that these are legend scales and they will transform in a different way compared to, let's say, a masterpiece scale toy. But would I ultimately recommend them? Well, if you're looking for toon accurate, legend scaled headmasters, they're not quite there yet. I believe more could be done to improve on these toys. They are really great. They've come a long way, but there's always some more room for improvements. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Please leave them in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share button. Also hit the sub and bell button for more future videos. Again, this is Ben here in China signing off, and I'll see you on the flip side. And there you go. So here you have Brainstorm. Looking very nice indeed. Why no pistols? What is he gonna pew 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 with? And here's Mindwipe. At least Mindwipe has a pistol. Ta-da! At least Mindwipe has a pistol. Ta-da!